Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not on there, but it is connected. I can't get one.
Is that one of the things that's trying to solve?
But I would really like to get one PDF. Search.
General delay.
Really, God.
Wondering what it's like that way.
Yeah, policy. Drop out. Thank you, John.
Do we have Will?
He has not called, no.
Okay. At this time, we're gonna call school district number 1 to order. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recognition of visitors.
I'm gonna read what I have, and if I've missed anyone, if you could just let me know. I have Katie Crowfoot, Rick Chrisman, Courtney Raisley, Shelley Burton, Ida Miller, Kay Daniel, Shane Olson, Tanya Rodriguez, Mark Morrison, Courtney Prosnick, Clint Stevenson, Sarah Foster, Tony Chu, Sean McConaughey, Bob Schock, and Jesse Fisher.
I got Top and Noah Boyle out here.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, this time it's time for public comment. This is a time for comment on public matters that are not on the agenda. Members of the audience are encouraged to briefly address the trustees on an issue that is not on the agenda. The chairman of the board will seek comments from the audience on significant items as they occur. Public matters do not include any pending legal matters, private, personal, or private student issues. Please do not attempt to address such issues or you'll be ruled out of order. Is there any public comment? Okay. Correspondence.
Yes, I have quite a bit of correspondence this month. Linda McCrum, I accept her resignation. She was an aide at the high school and she has moved away. And then correspondence from Karen Herron, who's a teacher. Mr. Gustafson and Deer Lodge School District School Board. Thank you for many years of being privileged to teach Powell County High School students and share my love of music with them and community. I'm writing my letter of intent to retire at the end of the academic year 2027-28 as per item 10.8 of the Deer Lodge School District Certified Master Agreement. Sincerely, Karen Herron, CHS Music Director. Want to read your own?
No.
Deer Lodge School District Board and Mr. Gustafson, please accept this letter of resignation. Post PCHS principal effective at the conclusion of the 25-26 contract. I have accepted a teaching position in North Dakota and ecstatic to get back to what I love doing most near my family. This has been a subject of long and intense prayer, and God opened all the right doors for us to make this move right now. Thank you for taking a chance on an out-of-stater, and I hope that I have helped to guide the school positively. I wish you peace and wisdom as you move forward with the big important decisions that are necessary for this district. I want to express my gratitude to you for being willing to make those decisions. What you do is incredibly hard and incredibly important. Sincerely, Katie. Katie, thank you for the work. I trust you'll finish it. Another letter. Deer Lodge School District Number 1, Board of Trustees, notice desire to negotiate Deer Lodge School District Board of Trustees. This letter serves as a formal notice that Powell County Teachers Association desire to commence negotiations with the board for a successor agreement to the master contract expiring June 30, 2026. We asked the board negotiation committee provide a few dates that would work for negotiations. The PCTA committee is composed of teachers. As a result, we would also request times that are after school hours. Additionally, because we are starting later than normal for the PCTA committee, we would like to have at least 2 meetings before the April board meeting. Once these dates and times are presented to the PCTA committee, we will inform the board of dates that will work. We look forward to working together. Sincerely, Powell County Teachers Association Negotiation Committee. So, put y'all on notice. And then, second to last, Bob's going to have his own correspondence because he wasn't here at the last meeting, so I'm going to have him give the athletic director report at the end of this. This is from the Teamsters Union Local Number 2, Deer Lodge School District Number 7, Mr. Gustafson. This letter is to serve as official notice of the union's intent to open the existing agreement by and between the Teamsters Local Number 2 and Deer Lodge School District on behalf of the employees of Deer Lodge School District Number 7, section 1, in accordance with Article 19, servability and term in the current collective bargaining agreement. All agreed upon items and negotiations must be approved by the International Brotherhood, Joint Council Number 3, and our appropriate division in accordance with the International Constitution prior to ratification of membership. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Please send your available dates and times to committee negotiations. I look forward to working with you to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Sincerely, Rockwell Houseman, Business Representative, Teamsters Local Number 2. So, Teamsters want to negotiate with you. Lastly, Bob.
Yeah, we just wanted to mention we just got through with our winter sports and very successful. All 3 programs did very well, I thought. Our wrestlers had a couple divisional champions. 4 kids qualified for state. We had one that placed 4th at state. Our girls missed out on the divisional, but but they had a good season. And then our boys took 4th at the district, and then they went on to the divisional and played for 4th again. And just kind of got wore out a little bit at the end, but it was a good season for our winter sports. Some spring sports, we have golf. We have 15 kids out for golf. 3 8th graders did sign up last night at the meeting. Track, we had 21 boys and 6 girls sign up. And softball, we have 18. So we had 60 of the 150 or so kids in school are in spring sports. So pretty excited about that. So if our spring sports are successful as our winter, it'll be good. Be another, we'll end the year on a good note. So, any questions?
Approval of the February 10th minutes.
I move that we approve February 10th, 2026 minutes.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion, additions, or corrections? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is old business, the reading and adoption of amendments to the following policies.
All right, we have about 6 or 7 that we need to go through for second reading. Sure, we'll look over again. Everybody's in your book here. Well, what I'm going to do is read basically the what's highlighted in red. Basically speaks to this policy. Is what it is. First one is 5255. Disciplinary action. How it originally came from House Bill 400. The Free to Speak Act was passed last year. This act prohibits public schools, universities, and state agencies from penalizing employees or students for refusing to use person's preferred pronouns or name if they differ from their legal name or biological sex. It permits civil lawsuits for violations. The law prevents mandatory pronoun name usage in a state-funded institution aimed at protecting conscience rights. This amendment needs to be made to comply, or this amendment needs to be made to comply with the law.
I move to approve the amendment to disciplinary action 5255.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the amendment to policy 5255. Is there any discussion? Discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is 5122.
5122, fingerprints and criminal background investigations. This comes from House Bill 745. It went into effect July 1st, 2025. The bill requires adoption by schools, districts, or school districts of a student safety policy requiring a fingerprint criminal history check prior to any individual, that includes employees, volunteers, chaperones, etc., having unsupervised contact with students. In order to comply with the bill, this amendment needs to be adopted.
I move to approve policy 5122, including chaperones to our criminal background.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is policy 8301.
Deals with district safety. House Bill 651 went into effect on July 1st, 2025. Bill permits installation of temporary door locking devices for use during shelter in place or emergency lockdown situations with violation of fire codes. So in order to comply with this bill, the noted required changes to the policy.
Move to approve the amendment to policy 8301, district safety.
Been moved and seconded to make the amendments to policy 8301. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, there is.
Okay,
So we have two draft policies here. One page long, page five, and on that policy on the next two pages. Is that correct?
No, this is the old policy.
This one's the old policy.
And then, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jared.
The front one is the new one.
Yeah.
The one in blue is the old one, the one with the purple is the new one.
any other discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next is policy 2600, work-based learning.
Policy 2600, this comes from House Bill 745. It says the bill requires adoption by school districts of a student safety policy requiring fingerprint criminal history check prior to an individual. And that includes employees, volunteers, and chaperones having unsupervised contact with the students.
Move to approve the amendments to policy 2600, work-based learning.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
I guess just a clarification for like us. So if they come to work for us, everybody in my shop, like Bart's son did, everybody in the shop would have to be fingerprinted and has contacts with.
I believe that's addressed in their Q&A. See what it says.
Correct. I think the way it works is unsupervised. So that means that if there's only one person with a student, then that person has to be fingerprinted. But if there's two, then they don't have to. So that, then it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Only if one adult is present with the student.
And even it went on to say that if somebody went to the bathroom, they could do that. It could be one for a momentary time, which they use their explanation of going to the bathroom, so that's more than a minute or two, but you know, that's, you're supposed to go and come back and go somewhere else.
Any other discussion on 2600? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next is 5120.
5120, the hiring process and criteria, fingerprint background handling procedure. This is from House Bill 745, went into effect July 1st. This bill requires adoption by school districts of student safety policy requiring your fingerprint criminal history check prior to any individual, including employees, volunteers, chaperones, having unsupervised contact with students.
This one we're just cleaning up things.
Yeah.
I move to approve the amendments to 5120.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
So just to clarify, some of these have the same explanation because that House bill affected multiple policies. So that's why.
Is it 5120 P1 or is it 5120?
5120 P1.
No, this is what I'm mentioning, the hiring process.
Is there any other discussion? Discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is notice form 5430 NF1.
Now, this is just a form that we're gonna have to have filled out to comply with policies that we just passed. So this is the form.
I move to accept 5420 and F1.
Second.
5430.
Oh, 5430, sorry.
It's been moved